camera, action. Yeah.
Hello guys, welcome back to Voice of Students. I'm your host Miron and I'm with co-host Saad.
Hey guys. I am his co-host for today, unfortunately.
Alright.
What are we talking about?
Today we're talking about the topic of Elon Musk takeover of Twitter. And I personally think that it's a good thing because he's making Twitter more of a freedom of speech. You won't get banned on
You know
it.
what I read? I read something really funny the other day in a YouTube comment, and it was like, here's the things that can happen as a result of Elon Musk taking Twitter. Elon Musk does a good job and Twitter improves. Elon Musk does a really, really bad job and still Twitter improves. Like, I don't think that what they were doing earlier, like, there's any way that this can go bad. You know what I mean? I feel like it's a really good thing as well. I mean, no matter what he does, he's definitely going to do a better job than Parag Agarwal, the stupid CEO of Twitter. Oh, he's been sacked, by the way. I think the first day in office, Elon Musk just sacked everybody.
Yeah, he sacked everybody who were against the idea of the freedom of speech. Because currently Twitter is full of only POTUS's opinion. But let's not get to the politics side.
Yeah.
Because we're students. Students don't like politics.
I'm not a student. I mean, I could talk about politics.
I also could talk about
Well,
politics.
in any case, I feel like American politics is really messed up, and they, especially like even Google's social media is like YouTube and even Facebook with their Instagram and they like censorship like to the next level. You know, like if you don't talk, I feel like it's just the whole idea of
If you talk about politics, like Facebook and all, TikTok and all, if you talk about politics, it has to be pro-American.
I think it's the whole
anti-American,
Western politics
yeah.
is just rigged that way.
Yeah.
If you don't agree with my culture and my opinion, then you will get banned, or that you're wrong, or I'm gonna shame you and your culture because I am basically a bully with a lot of media.
Yeah.
I mean, they own all the media in the world, and they've got such huge, like, mega budgets to reinforce their ideas that whatever they say is right. And if your culture opposes it, then your culture is wrong, and they'll go to any extent to prove that.
Yeah. Now Elon Musk is making Twitter more better. It's more. You can talk about your opinion, and
I think we will see. I think it is more about what's going to happen. I think it's to be discussed kind of a situation, because nothing is concrete 100%. We don't know what's going to happen. I mean, from Elon Musk's history of running businesses, I mean, PayPal, he did a pretty good job. Tesla, he did a pretty good job. SpaceX, he did a pretty good job. I mean, Starlink, he's doing a pretty good job. So I feel like he's a very successful CEO in that sense. And I think Twitter, he will do again a very good job if you follow the historical events of how he manages companies. So that is pretty. You could say that, but I think it's managing the social media in 2022 is not easy, and it's difficult. It's difficult, and there are a lot of legalities involved. I very recently learned that Facebook has to register with every single government. And that all the conversations that take place within Bahrain or for example, another country, Facebook has to literally open a portal for every single government to be able to come and see what's being talked about. So I didn't know that before, but very recently I've learned that this is another thing. So it's very difficult to run a social media, and especially one that functions all over the world. And I mean, if you look at it as an investment wise, I think it's a really good deal, because you're not gonna buy a social media for $40-50 billion, right? I mean, Facebook is $1 trillion market cap company.
You mean Meta?
Meta, sorry, yeah, Meta is a $1 trillion company. Google is a $1 trillion company. Apple, yeah, but this was pre market crash. I mean, a couple of probably months ago.
Yes.
That was their market cap. But $50 billion, $60 billion acquisition of a whole social media to take it private, and that's a pretty good deal.
Mm-hmm. And also, I think that's pretty good because, again, people have more freedom and people can discuss their opinions, which I totally support because right now it's. I know I'm gonna get like shit on me for saying this, but propaganda is everywhere here in social media. It's really hard to find like influence of other countries other countries propaganda like Russia's or China's. There's close to none, and each of these accounts they're just trying to say their opinion. They get banned for false news and racism. And racism, how is this racism? They're just talking about their opinion and about the opinion about the war, and they're being banned for racism, which is horrible.
Jordan Peterson got banned very recently as well on Twitter, actually. And he wrote, Jordan Peterson is like a really, really good psychologist, and he's pretty famous on YouTube as well. And he got banned because he wasn't. He said something that was not. He said something about I think a transsexual person. And it wasn't mean or anything, but he just said something and they banned him for it. And they said, if you don't remove the tweet, we'll never let you come back. So the thing is, yeah, you're right. I mean, there's a lot of censorship, and Twitter should be a place where people can voice their opinions. But then
Twitter was made for
how much is too much? Like, so where do you draw the line between hate speech and freedom of speech?
I don't really know, but it's kind of the people could see, it's their choice to see what they want to see. Like, for example, it's my choice to watch Linus Tech Tips, or it's my choice to watch a certain YouTube channel. It's my choice to follow a Instagram page. It's my choice to block them. And
I have a question. So, are you of the opinion that I'm allowed to literally say whatever I want?
Yes.
Okay, but if you don't like what I'm saying, you will not watch me, or you will not listen to me. That's what you're saying.
They could just block you. People could block you.
Yeah, that doesn't work with me. I'll tell you why. First of all, I'm Muslim.
Mm-hmm.
So as a Muslim, there are certain lines that we draw. You cannot talk about, say, for example, God. You can talk about God, but you cannot say something bad. Yeah, about God or about the Prophet, about the Holy Book. Like, there are some hard lines, like where the freedom of speech is no longer a thing. Like, see, it's not that some people take it the wrong way. Like, it's not like you cannot ask questions.
Well, you could share the opinion on Twitter.
Opinion is fine as long as you're not disgracing something.
Yes.
But you're saying, no, I can say whatever I want.
Well,
like, say, for example, there are certain things, certain events that have happened in the past that were really, really disheartening for the Muslim community. Like, one of them was Draw Muhammad Day, right? So if what you're saying, 100% complete freedom of speech is a thing, then those type of events could be easily publicized on Twitter, for example. And that would be further disheartening for the Muslim community. Look how, let's say, for example, you cannot talk about the Holocaust, or you can talk about it, but you cannot make jokes about it because it's harmful.
Well, yes, but that's just basic knowledge. A human being won't make fun of somebody who died with no purpose. Right. Like, if you died, I won't make fun of you because you were a great guy and I know you personally. But there are some psychopaths, which would make fun of innocent people for them dying. Like right now on Twitter, they're making fun of Donetsk people who are being killed. They're calling them Russian propaganda pigs. Although they didn't do anything wrong, they just don't want to be in the country Ukraine. And they're being made fun of because they got killed.
Wow.
And it's not their choice. And right now,
Ukraine. So where do you draw the line? So do you think that's okay?
That's not okay. But people should have their. They have a. Most people have brains, but the people who don't, they're
And you know,
psychopaths.
like another, I want to bring another. I want to make a point as well. You know, the thing about our world is that negative situations like this, they usually take up a lot of heat and attention. Like if you do something good, okay, it usually doesn't get much attention or clout, right? But the moment you start talking about things that you should not be talking about, then boom, 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 you get a lot of listeners. So that is another problem with our world that we live in today, you know? Like the fact that so much attention is drawn toward things that are negative. So Twitter is already a very dark place, right? But with the 100% freedom of speech thing, I feel like if that truly does become a thing, it will just spiral into the hellhole, the darkest hellhole on earth. All right, guys. So thank you for watching this episode of Teacher versus Student. That sounds nice. Teacher versus Student. And if you like our show, then like and subscribe and watch out for the next video because it's coming soon. Adios, amigos.
Bye.